Well, kids can say the darndest things, and listening to their stories can be very entertaining, as Nanny Robina found out when she sat with 4-year-old Alona.
Hey, if I don't have the crown and these, I'm still a princess.
Oh, I agree.
She likes to be bossy with her friends, and you're this princess, I'm the bad guy, and there's dinosaur downstairs, and oh, she has a lot of imagination.
Does any of her imagination kind of get her into trouble at all?
Yeah, because she told me, for example, that her teacher didn't let her have her lunch.
Oh, we have starving teachers.
Yeah, absolutely. And then that the teacher gave her an apple because she didn't want her to have her lunch.
Can I come to your birthday party?
That's going to be so many of women's and older people and my friends. So it's going to be a lot of friends there and a lot of mommy and daddy.
If you look at me, I'm kind of small. So I'm kind of not like a lady. I'm kind of like a kid. So if I come to your party, am I going to be a lady or am I going to be a kid?
A lady.
There's a fine line between that imagination and telling little whoppers. So little whoppers, big whoppers, little fibs, however you want to call it, little white lies. Sometimes they'll tell a little white lie to get themselves out of trouble. For the best part, having spoken to her, I just think she has a vivid imagination. I really just want to come and have a slice of cake. What do you think?
I can bring one at your home.
I guess I'm really not going to get invited to the birthday party. You're just going to send me home with cake, right?
Her party is a tough ticket. Robina joins us live in the studio. It is tough to get in there. My goodness.
It's so true. She wasn't having any of it. I was trying to bribe her by the end of it, and she wasn't going to invite me to a birthday party. That was it.
Kids like Alona, you listen to them talk and you think, oh my gosh, there's so much fun that comes out of a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old. Their ideas are so hilarious. But we wanted to talk a little bit about imagination versus things going too far.
Yeah.
Sometimes you ask your kids for some information about what happened at school, and there's a little bit of doubt in your mind. You're thinking, did that really happen? Or is this a really fun story you're telling?
I know, and you have to be careful because I think there could be a danger line there, so to speak, that you have to look out for. But for the best part, you know, children outgrow those kind of imaginary stories where they have a friend or, you know, they are Jasmine, no matter what you say.
Right.
That is Princess Jasmine. They usually sort of outgrow it somewhere between 3.5, maybe 4.
Okay.
You know, so prior to that, just have fun with it. You know?
Yeah.
And I have met mums that are concerned. They're like, did I really let her watch Aladdin 200 times and now she really thinks she's Jasmine?
Right.
Like, no, don't worry about it. She'll outgrow it. She's not going to be going to the office with the turquoise outfit on. Don't worry about it. You know? But it's true, because some people get concerned about it.
Yeah, you have to know your child, I guess, at the end of the day. I mean, there are times we know sort of the difference between our kids. Our little boy, he's at this point incapable of lying. He's going to tell you the truth.
Yes.
And the little girl, who knows?
Yes,
Like,
yes.
Who knows if it happened or not? That might have happened. Maybe that didn't happen, but it's an imagination thing, and we've been told by our teachers to let her go.
Yes, absolutely.
Let her live in that world, because it's a fun world for her to live in. So we should respect their world. That's your advice?
Yes, absolutely. Respect their world. Play along with it. You know, if you're like, okay, it's time to go and get your pajamas on, and they have a really feasible, imaginary idea as to why they cannot go at that time, go with it. You can still get them to go up and put the pajamas on, but play the game in order to get them there. If she really wants to be called the Princess Alona for however long, and that gets her going and makes, you know, gets her from A to B or does whatever it is you need to do, call her Princess Alona. It's harmless. And I think you've got to roll with it and you've got to have fun with it. Yeah,
I think it makes us take life a little bit less seriously too. Like, just loosen up a little bit.
But you know what?
It is.
It's so much fun as well. There are times that I tell you a little story that you may question your sanity at sometimes. I remember my niece actually having an imaginary friend, and I kid you not, it got to the point where we were questioning whether there was actually a spirit in the house or whether she did have an imaginary friend, because it was so, she was so on it like that. You know, she described the clothes she was wearing, and I mean, these clothes were from another era. I'm
Right.
like, how did she know that at 4? So suddenly, you know, my sister would be sitting down and she'd go, you're sitting on her. My sister would be, oh, sorry. Actually feeling like she was really sitting on somebody. So, you know, it can escalate, but eventually it just shifted over. You know, we played with it and it went away.
Okay, so play with them, respect their world, and you say also, don't worry. I think there was another story that you had about a little girl who said, you know, Grandma was supposed to pick me up and she didn't pick me up.
Oh my gosh, and this is where I say sometimes it can get people into trouble. So this was back in Greece, and she gets on the phone to Yaya and she says to her grandmother, you know, where were you today? Grandma's like, I was at the market. She goes, well, Mom put me on the bus to come see with you. Come see you. She goes, you should have told us you were going out. Well, she was so convincing. Grandma gets on the phone and rips the head off her daughter-in-law. Like, what were you thinking putting Natalie on the bus to bring her over? Because she was so convincing. Yeah. This was all part of her little play mind, what was going on at the time. And Kathy's like, what are you talking about? I would never do that. But she was very convincing at the time. She's
so
very
hilarious
serious.
Until it's not.
Not exactly.
I know once in the middle of the night, Eva woke up and ran downstairs screaming that she didn't want to be a hamster.
I don't want to be a hamster
either. I was like, you
either.
don't have to be. You can actually just go back to sleep because it's 3. So
go back to sleep, whether it's in the hamster cage or your bed, and wake me up at 7 and tell me what you do want to be.
Just go back to sleep.
Yeah, no, it is, and it's, you know, for the best part, have fun with it.
Yeah.
But as I said, they may come out with something that makes you question what is going on, and if that gut feeling says something not right there, then you need to take it to the next step, believe what it is they're saying, or, you know, just try and find out basically what the truth is at that point.
And if you're worried that your child is lying all the time, do you start worrying about that at like 5 and 6?
Oh my goodness, I've got the perfect tool for this lying, let me tell you, and I've told this story before, but I used to look after 2 little children, Chloe and Spencer, and I could never tell which one of them was telling the truth when it was, who started this, you know? This is me as a nanny 20 years ago. And I actually said to the kids, you know, when you tell a lie, you get a red spot come up right there. And I'm going to know which one of you is fibbing. So the next time they come out and I go, so which one of you started? Chloe goes, it wasn't me.
Nice.
It wasn't me, Robina. And I'm like, worked.
Try that one. That is
so
good.
There you go. You'll figure it out, moms, whether it's a lie or not. You just got to get creative.
Time for break. We're watching Family Day. More coming.